Welcome back to the Scorpio channel. My name is Laura. If you're new to the channel, I'm going to do a general message for Scorpio. Know that energy is fluid, roles could be reversed. Always interpret the message as the best resonates, especially on this channel, because on this channel, we dive deep. We look at everything, but we definitely dive deep. The readings are a lot longer because we look at the spiritual blocks, the shadow, see how they play it as karmic themes along with everything else, because a lot of times it's not about whether your person has feelings for you. It's that we know that they have feelings. We can feel that they can have feelings, especially if you're connected with a soulmate twin flame, because there's an energetic connection again, and that energetic connection is through the heart and mind, which means that there's unconditional love. Only if there's unconditional love and can that energy really be able to go through a lot of shit and still have a connection. And really, I think a lot of times people say, why am I connected to someone that doesn't treat me well? Why do I care? And the reason why is because, you're a mirror of whom what comes into your life. So spirit uses people to grow you. And so when you're attracted to someone that has a lot of sabotaging behaviorisms because they don't believe that they could have love because they were abandoned or they were emotionally abused, traumatized, well, they subconsciously form a lot of behaviorisms that block them from actually manifesting the love that they know that they deserve down deep inside. And when I say that, the higher self is the God part of self, which is unconditional love. We all have this part of self. So what connects us to each other? However, we're all born into families. We all inherit ancestral karma, collective karma, and we get behaviorisms and habits from that karma. And it's those behaviorisms that we create to survive, that help us survive, that wind up blocking us from actually being able to manifest the experiences that we want. So the good news is that you can heal. You can heal. Anyone can heal because there's many different realities that play out at one time. Your level of consciousness depends on what you do. So no matter what your situation is, or no matter where you are right now, no matter how shitty you think that it is, well, guess what? It can get better. You need to integrate the spiritual lesson and then transmute the negative energy. Understand experiences that are negative create negative energy, and we wind up holding on to that energy. That is what will determine our energy vibration. So when you connect to someone that is a narcissist or a sociopath, it doesn't mean that you're a narcissist or a sociopath. What it means is that you have negative energy, and that negative energy could be because you were raised by someone that was like that, or you dated someone that was like that, and now you're in a karmic cycle, and the karmic cycle is almost like a karmic loop where you keep getting stuck in these karmic loops, which are the same experiences, but different people. And so in the Bible, it says what we resist persists. So we wind up continuing to get the same types of experiences until we integrate the spiritual lesson. And I only add this because a lot of times when people listen to my readings, they're like, so because I was a good person, that's why this happened, because I'm supposed to suffer. Like it's not that you're supposed to suffer. We're not, but we're down here in physical form again to learn and to manifest. And the way that we learn a lot of the time, unfortunately, is through pain. It's always the karmic themes that again we have to learn. So a karmic theme could be getting stuck in shame or victimization or betrayal. It's a lower energy, and that lower energy comes from shame. It comes from fear, and fear again is shame, it's guilt, it's any again lower emotional energy. So it doesn't mean that you're a sociopath, but you could believe that you're not good enough and attract a sociopath, because there's only two energies, love and fear. So again, having a clear, straight cut knowledge about how to heal yourself allows you to stay spiritually clean. Otherwise, the trauma tends to distort your perceptions about yourself and the world around you. And you don't want to be stuck in a karmic cycle that turns into a karmic contract, because again, that's binding you to that that pain, that character trait of that is derived from fear. So this is why we don't want to again get stuck in that energy. Now, I don't know why I just channeled all that, why spirit wanted you guys to know that. It's always different every day, whatever the channel is, but we'll see how it relates, okay? Maybe someone just needed to hear it. All right, now, if you want to enter into winning a free reading with me, you got to like the video, subscribe to the channel, write the word of the video in your comment bar. The word of the video is always on the first card that I pull out. Is the underlining energy that tells me why everyone's doing what they're doing. Okay, let's see. Let's see what that energy is. You know, and this popped out, regret. And when I put down, it's grief. But when I will we'll try and shuffle anyway, because I'm just called to do whatever I do. Don't ask. We'll see how it relates. All I can think is that somebody is going through the dark night of the soul right now as we speak, with that, between that channel and those words. Again, powerlessness. But yeah, I feel like someone's going through a dark night of the soul. I feel like someone is getting their ass handed to them. So you may be in connection with someone that you have not talked to in a while, is what I'm feeling, because they are going through some major shit, like a transition. Not one that they signed up for either. Not one that they saw coming either. I feel like you're connected to someone that keeps reliving the same karmic theme of betrayal. And again, I say that because of powerless and grief. But I also feel like they tend to do things that they know that are not right, that sabotage the connections. I just feel like this person has a lot of addictive behaviors, and that's why they're in regret, because whatever that they were in is actually coming to an end. So they might have been connected to somebody else that they had a lot of money with, and now they're losing a lot of money. And so again, they're in this place of pain. And you might be like, so what does that have to do with me? Well, I feel like they were self-righteous to you, and they're looking back on their behavior and how they treated you, because now they're not in a good place with whoever that they were connected to, and they're looking back saying, well, I know that you're like disgusted with me, and I'm actually disgusted with how I behaved. I believe that this person was connected to someone that they were in a relationship with, and the person finally pulled the plug on the connection. They did not want the plug pulled on the connection because they didn't want to lose. They didn't want there to be any karmic consequences. So whether they lost money, whether they lost their house, whether they lost the rights to see their children, if there was any, again, that this person has a lot of shame on them now. And really that, I believe, is that energy that continues to play out within this person's life. Now, we'll see what do you have to do with this? You know, it's like, and how were they when you knew them? Well, that one just, it was a struggle. Like, you didn't really know that they were connected to someone, because whenever you would see them on their social media, they would always post alone. Whenever you saw them alone. And this person never brought up that person, that karmic person, we'll call him. I feel like this person was in a relationship, though, with that person that is actually pulling the plug. Yeah, and it's like there was a sense that they were emotionally hurting. They were emotionally hurting then, and they made it sound like the connection that they were in, that they were really unhappy. That's it's almost like whatever this person told you, whatever they went through, claim that they went through before. They didn't go through that before. They're actually going through that now. I feel like they were they wanted you to believe that they were crushed by every relationship. So they came in like broken, kind of like a handicapped person, because they knew that they couldn't give you that much. However, I feel like you knew that it wasn't true. That's why it was a struggle. Like there was always like an energy of like, I feel like you're leaving information out because you're not giving me enough. And the reason why is that this person would hide behind, you know, their story of being in connection with someone that did them wrong, that hurt them, that crushed them, that and so they were recuperating from that. They have trust issues because of that. But meanwhile, they're telling you this and they're flirting with you at the same time. There's an energy of this person thought you were naive. Yeah, and so you will just like, you didn't give me any time. But let me tell you something, they didn't give that karmic any time either. This person was just like someone that ran around with a lot of different people. There was no loyalty to that karmic person, and there was no loyalty to you. So this person like really just didn't give anybody anything. It was like almost like breadcrumbing, not paying attention to like building their relationship. Obviously, they're in a relationship with somebody, and that person felt like, you know, almost like the maid, the cook, the like everything but their partner. And with you, I feel like they were really flirty and they came on and they were a womanizer or a manonizer, whatever you want to call it, someone that just had a lot of options or felt that they had a lot of options. And they gave those options. This person, I should say, I feel like it's a guy, but it might not be a guy. Like I said, take it as it resonates. But that this person really just thought that I can play this game, that I can play this game. I have a lot of options. A lot of people find me good looking. A lot of people think that I'm rich. A lot of people like have this perception of me that really isn't 100% real, but that's what they showed. And so the thing is that they put more attention on those options. So that's why the karmic is pulling the plug on them. And I feel like, you know, with them, there was a sense, like I said, and you're tired of the games. And that's why you walked away. I feel like this person's in regret because they don't have anywhere to run to. There's a sense of that, or that they know that you're gonna feel that also, because it's like, well, now your life is falling apart. It's like, and you'd have to come clean. So that's why this person stays away from you, because they're like, I don't know whether I want to tell you everything. Yeah, like, and you just felt like, again, ignored. These were your triggers. But really, I feel like the person that they were in a relationship with, they were not in a good place for a very long time. Because I feel like this person just like lived that life for a long time. So the karmic kind of just stayed in it, and it was okay if they strayed once in a while, but this became like an all-time sport. It became a sport where now everyone in the community knows, everybody that is friends with the karmic knows. Again, everybody knows that it's a sham, was a sham of a relationship. So the karmic feels like they have no choice but to pull the plug because of everything that they did, but they're angry and they don't want to do it. They feel like they have to do it, where I feel like your person didn't really want that. And not because they wanted to be with that person, but they didn't want to lose their money. They didn't want to lose their resources. They didn't want to lose the rights to seeing their children if there was. They didn't want to lose the perks of being married. So it was almost like this person had a double life. And the karmic got tired of it. And unfortunately, you got caught in the mix, is the energy here. And yeah, like you just were like, they were always told stories and you felt like, I feel like I've already gone through this before. Like you just keep lying. It might be a different lie, but it's all like you're not giving me anything. You're keeping me at an arm's length, keeping me on the back burner, along with whoever else is on the other burner. Because that's how this person was. They really believed who they were. They had a big ego and they are in regret because they are looking back and seeing how they acted. Yeah, now it's again being with them, you felt lonely. Because this person wasn't giving you anything, and I feel like that's what you finally realized. I feel like you finally realized that they weren't all that. I feel like when you met this person, they were good looking and they did make money. That whatever they were showing people, you again bought into it. And along with a lot of other people, it looks like. But bottom line is that I believe that this person really does have feelings like for you, and that would be their karma. This is all the same thing. It's like the person needed constant attention, otherwise they got jealous that the attention was not on them, and you just felt like, I'm lonely, but you want more attention? Like, it's all about you. Yes, because they were in a loveless connection with that person. That relationship should have been over a long time ago. It's like it wasn't because that karmic was holding on. Karmic couldn't hold on anymore. The entire community, everybody knows that they're a cheat, that it's a sham, that it's a lie. And they're being questioned, like, why are you robbing your life? Why are you letting us? So again, they are hearing it over and over and over and over and over and over and over. So they're angry. So that's why your person is in a place of a dark night of the soul. That's why, again, they're being forced to look at their actions, and you happen to be part of that. Otherwise, this person probably wouldn't even look and see how they treated you. But it's again, somebody is saying, oh, you wanted to be all self-righteous. You wanted to think that you could do whatever you wanted to do. Well, no, you're going to be in a place of regret one way or the other. And this person is, I'm going to make you powerless. And everybody's going to know it. Everyone's going to know it. So again, it's like the karmic's like, well, if I have to end this, it's going up in fireworks. It's going up in fireworks. And then you can run to whoever you want to run to. Yeah, and they can try and clean up your mess. So there's a sense that your person is like, again, going through a dark night of the soul because of all of this. And that they never saw this coming. Now, I do think that this person does have feelings for you, but I want to, because again, you wouldn't be coming up in the reading. But I believe that the reading is more about what they're going through right now than it is about you. But when we dive deep and say, what does the person feel? The timing just wasn't right for us when I met you. Like I always knew that I was going to leave this person or that it wasn't going to work out, but they were procrastinating. So it's again, I feel like in the back of their mind, they knew that because they were always running around, they didn't want the relationship to end. I feel like they would have been with you, but I feel like they wouldn't have left that karmic. You know, the karmic is the one that's finally saying, like, I'm pulling the plug on this shit. It's like, and I'm going to burn down everything. You're going to lose because I have to do this. I know I was a distraction from your pain. So again, they know that they didn't give you anything. But they are like, well, why were you with me? Because I wasn't giving you anything and you're a good catch. It's like someone must have hurt you. You must not be putting yourself out there. You're a little naive. So again, because of whatever you've gone through. So you didn't really like me. You couldn't have liked me because I didn't give you enough. I think that they do think that. I wish I could share my good news with you. Again, that the karmic is leaving them. It's that they're gonna say, I left, I left. They didn't leave. That karmic is fucking up their life. It's like, I'm so attracted to you. And that's the catalyst there. That I believe. That I believe. Because this connection never got off the ground. This person like kept you on the back burner because of course they find you attractive. There's still a connection there because again, they're attracted to you. But did they give you time? Did they give you energy? Did they give you, again, no. It was all about them trying to hold on to fixing whatever it was with the karmic. But when I say fixing, it was just not moving out and being with you. They still were going to hold on to their double life. They still were going to like go running out because with you, they would have had to change. They didn't want to change. They wanted to play the field. Well, and the karmic allowed that. But, you know, after a certain point, when everyone's telling this karmic's been planning this for a long time. So I do believe that they're attracted to you. There has to be something, you know, I mean, and passion makes people do things, but it's not enough. Again, they want to give you romance. It's again, they feel like, again, there's the passion, there's yearning, and there's passion. And that I believe this person's depleted. They're in the dark night of the soul. When they get out of the dark night of the soul, they're thinking they're coming straight your way to create some sort of passion. Again, to connect you because you had feelings for them at one time. Problem is, they just went through all of that. You saw all of that. That's the problem. Yeah, but this person's like infatuated now with you. There is a yearning because again, it's escapism. They're not in a good place. Yeah, like it's they know. They're like there's a sense of like worried about the restrictions, worried about like being able to shape shift and hold together the connection. This person knows that you're going to have a lot of rules, okay? But they're worried about the boundaries because they know that you're nobody's dummy. They know that you're intuitive. And so it's again, but they want to come and they want to give you love. They want to give you affection. Of course they do. They feel like shit. Yeah, they want to resolve this again. And here's the rules of the game to be like, okay, like they want to like again, like reclaim the connection. There's a sense of but what they're gonna do is they're going to try and not just give you love and romance this time, but in order to hold it together, they're going to be like, okay, well, what are the rules of the game? If you want to be with me, it's like, what can we do to make it like a status quo? Like, what can we make? Um, how can we manifest this connection back? Because this person again wants romance, but they want romance because, like, after all this, so my thing is like, how are you gonna take it? Well, I feel like it's a general message. So there's going to be a lot of different feelings on it. But we'll pull from a new deck that I have to see. No, you're going to let go. There's like a sense of letting go, that you don't want to, like, this isn't more like surrender to the process, but there's a sense of, I'm feeling like, again, let go. Because in order to be with this person, you would kind of have to be in control. And I say that because it's not that they don't have feelings. And it's not like they're trying to come in and offer you, but they, again, have just lived the way that they've lived. And they were connected to someone that just gave them a shit ton of trauma. relationship trauma. So of course they want to escape. Of course, that connection is still there because it was never broken. This person devalued the connection. They devalued the connection because they, again, didn't really want this connection to end. They didn't want to lose their shit. They didn't choose you. So of course, this person is gonna come in and be like, now I like release control. Why don't you? It's like, no, 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 no. I feel like you let it go because you realize again that you don't have like the trust in this person. The trust is to be able to go with the flow, right? Be able to go with the flow of life when we surrender to what is. But I feel like surrendering to what is knowing that this person, that you know that this person went somewhere else. They didn't give you anything. It's like, and that, you know, for some, maybe a few of you, maybe you'll release control and be like, let me see what you'll do for me. But I don't really feel like you giving this person anything. I don't. I feel like that you're gonna again put the energy into loving yourself. And I feel like that's why you attracted this person into your life, because we wouldn't attract a person that gave us no love unless the universe, spirit, God, whatever you want to call it, was telling us, hey, listen, I don't believe that you love yourself enough, that you need to cultivate a deep self-love with acceptance and compassion in order to honor your true self, your true essence. So again, not so much that you're a cheat or a double life, but when you don't love yourself, and that's what I channeled in the beginning, because a lot of times you guys say, why did I attract this person? Well, it's the universe is saying, again, you have to like love yourself enough. Now let's look at some inner child cards real fast to like actually see what's transpired in your life. Like, what does spirit wants you to know, that those wounds that you didn't have enough self-love? Let's see what they are. Well, it's again isolation, and isolation, understand this tends to happen as children when we're made to handle our own problems by ourselves, figure things out by ourselves when we don't have any support. So again, not having support, needing to take care of things on your own. So not emotionally getting what you need. Suppression. And this is another way of keeping your energy down. So again, a lot of times we don't have the support. It's not just because we don't have parents home, but sometimes we have a parent that isn't nice to us. And that or just won't let us again find our own rage. Look at that rage. So being around a parent that has a lot of rage and anger, a lot of times we inherit that rage and anger, and that energy alone suppresses us, because it's frustrating to have to figure things out alone when you're a child, right? And if the only way that you saw your parents soothe themselves was to get emotionally crazy, that's not a healthy way. But that's also a behaviorism that we're taught. We're taught to react that way. We're taught that it's okay to react being angry, and that will always happen if you feel suppressed, by the way, because then you're not your true self. People that are suppressed aren't allowed to speak their truth. They're not allowed to become their true self, being told who they are and what they are. And I feel like you grew up in an environment where your energy was suppressed due to a parent that was always angry and you were terrified. So it suppressed you. And in order for you to really figure things out, you had to do it in being in isolation, like not having any support, feeling alone, feeling not loved. And this person again created that same kind of dynamic when you think about it. again, which created disassociation for you, which is, you know what happened. It's not like you don't know what happened. It's just there's no feeling or emotion to what happened anymore. It's like almost like you're watching somebody else go through it. And being with this person, let me tell you something, all the trauma that they've created, which I feel like they created a lot in that karmic's life, they would do just the same and to be in your life. You would go right back into that energy of being disassociated, having to feel like you need to figure things out by yourself. Because where was this person? And they don't show up for anyone. The only people that they were willing to give time to were the insignificant people, their options, people that never turned into anything. So again, and so that's why Spirit says disassociation. So is this person coming back? Yes. But do you need to like think about it? Yes, you do. For some of you, hopefully you don't need to think about it. Some of you guys already do love yourself enough to be like, no, I'm not going to do it because I know that I would regret it. I'm going to just pull one more card. I was going to say I'm going to close it out, but I always ask Spirit to give us, here they are. I was like, where the hell are the cards? The healing energy oracle, because again, being connected to this person, going through what you went through in childhood, well, what do we need to learn? Look at this. I turned this, I put it down, I see shame, and I definitely feel like there was energy of shame that when psychologically and emotionally you're being raised by someone that's angry all the time, okay? So, but this person is going through the experience of shame, but they have reasons why they're going through it. The meaning they're the person that made those experiences happen themselves. Joy. Like a child, I discovered joy in the simplicity of life. Happiness lies in magical moments, not in material. Even the smallest joy is a great source of light. So what I associate this with is that Spirit says, be like childlike. Find the joys in life. Why? Because you did go through trauma, that those were experiences that did happen, but you then need to recreate new experiences to create new neurological pathways within your mind, which will create new habits and behaviorisms. Then you'll raise your vibration, and you'll raise your vibration to be the energy of unconditional love, to be able to attract what you love. You would need to, again, to be able to integrate the spiritual lesson by integrating joy again, passion for life. But when you ground by joining things that you resonate with, that bring you passion, by connecting with other like-minded people that give you that emotional fulfillment, well, that's how you transmute that negative energy that was accumulated in childhood, that again, that whatever energy that this person created within you. If you get together with this person, I believe that they'll steal your joy. But this is the energy that you need in order to raise your vibration and actually transmute this negative energy. All right, Scorpios, I love you. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading, shadow reading. I'm sorry if you resonated with it because the person's an asshole. In my opinion, I shouldn't say that. But again, they're very spiritually blocked. We'll just leave it at that. All right. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.